The United States Armed Forces, the most powerful army in the world, and has helped shape and reshape countries all over the globe for centuries. The U.S. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard have strong, deep historical legacies. These legacies include worldwide historical figures and patriotic achievements, both current and past, who protect our freedom and safety and fight for others around the world who cannot fight for themselves.
The legacy of the military person and the military in general in our country is that we have a country and it's free. Without the military, there would be no freedom. There probably wouldn't be the country as we know it today. So I'd say it pretty much wraps up in we are the United States of America because of the military.
You can ask my wife, my mom, my dad, anybody. It's not free. I've been away from my wife quite a bit, and in the 5 years I've been in, and it does a lot to the family even. They don't deal with some of the stuff that we have to, but they deal with everything at home, having 2 kids and nobody to help them out, and it's definitely hard on a lot of people.
Every day in schools across the USA, students learn about the sacrifices people have made, taking risks that non-military citizens wouldn't, dying for our freedom.
I believe that our students learn what we expect them to learn, and we have to give them opportunities to experience those veterans' memories, those experiences that they've had, and again, those up close and personal experiences with items from those conflicts that we were involved in.
What we're trying to do is introduce relatable people and situations in children's lives. Could be grandparents, parents, neighbors who are veterans and who have helped secure America's freedom, and to make an interactive conversation between the kids and the grown-ups, and to tell the stories of these veterans in a way that younger kids can relate to.
While the youth can learn about past heroes and wars in the classroom and in books, nothing is more of a significant learning tool than to actually speak with someone who has been or is currently a soldier. The Dean V. Kruse Foundation's National Military History Center in Auburn, Indiana, is a place that showcases every corner of our military history. This center energizes young people toward the study of American history and gives them a deeper appreciation for the foundations of the freedom they enjoy as American citizens.
A few years ago, we saw a study that 50% of the high school seniors in America today think that Germany and the USA were on the same side in World War II. So the main purpose, I think, is to educate the public and the people and the young people of the world that freedom did have a price.
Freedom is not free. Somebody pays, and we must continue paying. Freedom comes at a price, but it is not too big a price to pay, because we do live in the best country of the world, and this is the country that everybody wants in, and nobody seems to leave. People come over here and they bash us around and so forth, but it's still the best country in the world.
The National Military History Center instills the importance of those who serve and sacrifice for our country, both current and past. Upon visiting this military center, it doesn't take anyone too long to understand that veterans, through their courage and conviction, have laid the foundation upon which all other freedoms are built. Veterans and current military personnel come from all walks of life and represent all facets of American society.
We like to show people the actual hardware that was used in war and try to put a humanistic approach to it. Weapons of war will give you a hands-on approach, and you can see them up close and personal, the stuff that they used in World War II.
In 2001, the National Military History Center acquired a significant amount of historical U.S. military memorabilia from the Victory Memorial Museum in Belgium. To help fund this $5 million acquisition, National Military History Center founder Dean Kruse turns to one of his other passions, classic cars. Some of the proceeds from this classic car auction in Boca Raton, Florida, will help keep the National Military History Center running.
we have a really large array of equipment. And I think for the engineering and actually being able to see it and touch it is something that when someone goes there, it lives with them and longs in their memories. And I think that's one of the great things that our museum does.
All the luxuries we have now are because of the things that I've sacrificed. This has not come at free cost. It all came at a cost, and that was the people that went over there knowing that they might not come back just so things might be secured and better here. So I just really have a supreme respect for those who have sacrificed themselves so that we may live better here in the United States.
Something I really like about the museum is how real it makes everything, because when you learn about it at school, it's easy to just say, oh, that was a long time ago, it doesn't really affect me anymore. But being at the museum and seeing some of the veterans here walking around with all the tanks and everything, it really just puts things in perspective and is a good reminder of where America's been and how she got to be the country she is now.
The National Military History Center houses one of the largest World War II collections, which is showcased in the center's World War II Victory Museum. The center's expansion includes several museums which focus on American heritage, the Cold War, the Korean and Vietnam Wars, the War on Terror, as well as the American Veterans Research Library and the American Veterans Hall of Honor.
When people come to our museum and they see the exhibits and they begin to understand what a massive undertaking it was for the United States and all the other countries in World War II to defeat evil and to defeat the Axis powers and to provide freedom for the world, it's really gratifying that people understand that we need to continue to do that.
The National Military History Center offers programs which include powerful leadership components involving children as young as kindergartners. These programs provide American history and language arts lessons, critical thinking skills, and citizenship and civics activities, of which are all tied to powerful teaching tools such as the Embracing Freedom book series, for example, which is being developed by the American Veterans Institute for use in educational programming at the National Military History Center.
Oh, it makes me feel great to see children look at this type of equipment and they are taken back by, one, the size, the scale, and you know, we have trucks with bullet holes in them, you know, and they'll say, you know, are those real World War II era bullet holes? And you know, we'll say, yeah. And it puts a smile on your face to see kids taken back and taking an interest in history.
They need to know about the price of freedom. When I talk to the kids, I talk about the gun truck, I talk about Vietnam, talk about Korea, World War II, and the price of freedom and supporting our troops today. Whether you agree with what's going on in the military right now, where we're at, you need to support the troops.
Everybody wants to leave something behind. I like to make the world a little better place for my life here, and I thought this is one thing that I could do that could maybe help the future generations, and it's a foundation set up that I hope will be here for hundreds and hundreds of years.
The importance of educating our youth about the significance of our military legacy is something that makes us the great Americans that we are, by instilling values unique to our society and culture in the United States of America. For more information on the National Military History Center, please visit militaryhistorycenter.org or call 260-927-9144.